Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing a very important coin, altcoin, which I think is going to perform very well into this upcoming current, we can say, bull market, which has started right now with Bitcoin breaking all-time high. And the question is, what's going to be happening with the alt season? Which are going to be the coins that are going to be pumping this in this cycle? Today I'm going to give you one that I believe is going to do very well. Of course, guys, before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video. If you want to put a comment down below and tell me what do you think all about this. And today we're going to be discussing Fetch.ai, so FET. FET is one of the AI coins which I think are gonna perform very well in this bull market, which has been triggered by this AI bubble where Nvidia is surging like crazy. The stock markets with all the stocks based on AI are surging to an unimaginable level. And of course, when that happens, usually the cryptocurrency which are involved with AI are gonna pump accordingly. So the first thing that we're gonna do today, I want to really give you like a proper analysis on FET's USDT, just to show you the way that I actually analyze the markets from a technical point of view, so you have a very good understanding on how you can do yourself when it comes to other coins. Guys, the most important thing which I will gonna start with today, if I want to analyze FET USDT, it's always to have a look what's happening with Bitcoin first, because Bitcoin is the king. Bitcoin is the one that follows, doesn't follow, it leads the cryptocurrency market. So if Bitcoin is pumping on the upside, in general, can really help the altcoins to pump as well. If Bitcoin consolidates, I'm going to show you what I mean by consolidation. If Bitcoin starts to stall in an area, let's say, for example, we see a big pump coming to the upside and then it starts to go a little bit like that. In general, that can be very positive for the altcoins. They're going to go, higher. But on the other hand, guys, if Bitcoin goes down, okay, so crashes, for example, in this case over here, when we went from $47,000 to $20,000 in general, Bitcoin, let's say, crashes 50%, altcoins are going to crash 80%. So if Bitcoin goes down this way, in general, altcoins are also going to bleed. So I guess we can utilize Bitcoin as a leading indicator to make us understand where the market goes to. And by the way, new all-time high for Bitcoin, $72,000. But as I showed you yesterday, remember tonight we're having the CPI report, the measure of inflation, which I'm going to explain in another video what I mean by that, by CPI, how you can actually influence the stock market and crypto, so you're going to have a better understanding. But so right now, the most important thing is to analyze and to see what's happening with the price of Bitcoin. So very important tonight, guys, because if CPI is going to come higher than expected, and I'm not talking about higher by 0.1%, 0.2%, I'm talking about 0.8 or 9%, that could put lots of selling pressure on Bitcoin, especially because we are overstretched right now. You can see on the RSI, we are extremely overbought. I mean, we're still banging against 70, 80, 90. That's absolutely unreal. But the first target I could think of, if we're going to have a break of structures over here, especially on the daily chart, guys, I really expecting that if, as I said before, the CPI is going to come higher than expected, then we could see a sell-off into crypto. And the first level of support I could think of would be around this area at $57,000 to $58,000. So maybe a bit of a sell-off from here, a bit of a retracement, sell-off, retracement, and then sell-off from here. But at this level over here, guys, the support is going to be extremely strong, of course, then to push to new highs in the future. Because remember that we have in the halving on the 20th of April, that's a very bullish catalyst where lots of people are going to buy the rumor, sell the news. What it means is that they're going to buy into an anticipation. And if I have a look for Bitcoin, I wouldn't be surprised if from here, I'm going to show you very well what I think could be happening. We're going to form a bull flag. So we're going to go up like this, forming a bull flag, and then if we actually calculate the bull flag from this point to this point over here, it brings us a target of roughly $85,000 to $90,000, which I think, in my belief, is going to be the short-term top. I might be totally wrong. It might go up to 150,000. I don't know, but for myself, that's I like to trade, not of course exposing myself to too many risks. But at the moment, just remember tonight, you want to see how Bitcoin is going to perform, because at the moment is extremely stretched, guys. Extremely, not a little bit, is extremely stretched. So we are seeing as well, like, here we have this, as you can see, upside, just going, up and up and up this way. And then we have here on the RSI, there is a bearish divergence from here. And I was actually posting yesterday a video that I would be expecting the RSI to maybe go up to here. So maybe what we could be seeing tonight, in anticipation of the CPI, we could see another last push to the upside, so maybe up to $74,000, and then based on the CPI report, we could see a sell-off. What do I think about it? If you want to answer this question, what do I think about it? I believe that we might see a sell-off. We might see a sell-off because I've never seen Bitcoin pushing so much with this crazy overstretched RSI, bearish divergence, and I could be expecting that we might see at least a little bit of a pullback, maybe down to 67, maybe 62, 60,000, maybe. Like, I don't think we're gonna break the structures over here and go down to to 57,000, but I could be expecting maybe a 50 to 58, 60,000, 65,000. It's very difficult to say right now, but once we're gonna confirm that, then we can actually understand all of our support levels and we can trade this accordingly. But at the moment, it looks like we are forming a sort of like a local top around the Bitcoin price. And maybe if tomorrow the CPI comes super lower than expected, guys, probably expect in the next couple of weeks over $100,000. But again, just remember, we are traders, we are not gamblers, so very important to really have a look at the data and then react accordingly, which is very important. So at the moment, Bitcoin, as I said before, looks like is a little bit exhausted. I'm gonna go on even on the 1 hour chart. Yeah, I mean, it looks like really you just wanna correct down a little bit, but again, it's all gonna be dependent on the CPI, on the measurement of inflation, and I guess we just had to wait and see. But of course, if we're gonna see a correction in Bitcoin, let's say going down here at 62,000, 63,000, then of course expect altcoins to correct as well. That's very important to remember, because whenever Bitcoin drops, altcoins are going to drop even more. And today I want to show you why we were talking about this Bitcoin price action, because it's important to actually see what's going to be happening over here. Now, guys, this is the chart of FET or FET, Fetch.ai, one of the best AI coin on the planet, we can say, in the cryptocurrency world. And again, AI coin, very bright future. But the thing is, at the moment, guys, on the weekly chart, look at the RSI. We are at 92, 93, which it doesn't mean, right? It doesn't mean that if, of course, this can go higher, because it could easily touch 4.7, 7.3, even now if the CPI report is going to be very low and Bitcoin is going to pump to 90,000. But the most likely scenario for me, and we have to wait for the confirmation, would be a retracement down to maybe this level here, and then form a sort of a bull flag for the next month or so. And then by forming this sort of a bull flag, then it's going to give us fuel to propel ourselves to a higher level. Like in this case over here, we have a pull, we have a retracement, and then we're going to have a big push to the upside into our next target, which is the Fibonacci extension. So the Fibonacci extension is a mathematical sequence which measures how high a price could go from the bottom to the top, and just going to give you like a projection for the future. And as you can see from here, the potential of FET for the future, that's why I bought a crazy amount of it. It's 4.7 as a short-term top. Then we might see a correction, but then maybe for the next 12 to 18 months, it could go as high as $11. So even from here, it could be a 4x from here. Could it go to 20, 30, 40? Definitely, that could definitely happen. But again, as a trader, I like to be a master in risk management, so I want to go here and really understand. But I'm going to show you now why I'm a little bit bearish on FET. And I'm going to explain to you this from a technical point of view, because as I said before, if CPI tomorrow comes lower than expected, expect FET to pump up like crazy. But from a technical point of view, I want to show you a few things. Number one, on the weekly, as I said before, we had this crazy pump to the upside over both RSI, next support level around here, $1.45. I'm going to go now on the daily, so we're going to have more data. On the daily, as you can see, we are pretty much consolidating a little bit. So we went from 0.53 to $3, is 6x from here. So congratulations to you guys who actually bought at 50 cents or $1. You made very good money, but right now looks like it could be heading down. Now, the something we had to talk about, right? The RSI at the moment is not showing any sign of divergence or of bearish divergence, which means that fun enough, we could see more pump to come. I guess if Bitcoin is gonna go higher, but let's say, for example, that Bitcoin is gonna react, is gonna correct down to 65 to 60,000, then of course the price of FET could correct down to previous levels. And as you can see from here, I got my first level I could think about is the 2.5, so $2.50. Next one could be the $2 mark in this area over here, and then we go 1.4 and then 1.3. Now, my view on this is that we are going to correct around this area over here in between the 0.619 Fibonacci and the 0.5, so roughly around the $1.80, for a simple reason, because we have a big level of support over here, diagonal support. Then we have also this 100 EMA, which is going to come around this area for the time being. So in sorry, it's the 50 EMA, sorry, not the 100. It's going to come in this area. It's going to be a very valid level of support. We have a horizontal level of support around this area over here, and I think that the daily RSI at that level is probably going to be in this area here of a oversold area. And then when it's going to happen, you're going to see something like that, and then of course to push to the upside, which could be forming as a flag, like I was talking before. I'm going to go now on the 4-hour chart, so like a faster time frame, shorter time frame, sorry. I'm going to go on the 4 hours to show you exactly what I think is going to be happening over here. Sorry for my terrible drawing, really. That's really not very professional, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to cancel all of this so you can see very well. So you can see something which is very important. I was saying before on the daily you couldn't see any bearish divergence on the RSI, but look what's happening right now here with Fetch. We're having this big movement to the upside like that, and it looks like that's what's happening right now. We are forming a bearish divergence, as I was saying before, which means that it could be like, two possible scenarios. Number one could be maybe doing this and this, which means that it's forming like a double top. Or the most probable, especially if Bitcoin is gonna drop due to high inflation number. Can anybody tell me what is this formation? So of course it's quite clear that Fetch is forming a head and shoulder. So we have a head and shoulder over here. We have a bearish engulfing candle over here. We broke the structures of the neckline. Is trying to bring back the price up to here. And if this is going to be rejected, guys, then what I can do to calculate how low we could go to, what I can do, I can just go and calculate the height of the head compared to the neckline. I can bring it over here and it bring me to a target of roughly $2.25. So I guess what could be happening is that we're going to see Fetch.ai to fall down around that area, which could be this interesting retest of this area over here of previous diagonal resistance, which now has become, of course, support. So that could be another example. We could see maybe something like that, and then a push to the upside to then maybe continue to go down, or a push to the upside and then off the races. So that's why as traders it's very important for us in a short term to have a look at all the data and then to, of course, react according to this. But at the moment it looks like a head and shoulder type of formation. And again, it's unfortunately, guys, in this bull market prices can be very unpredictable, because that could happen. Like we could see also a push to the upside, maybe more like in this megaphone pattern, you could just push the price, to $3.40, 50. It's very difficult to say, but again, we need to see as well what's going to be happening with Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin is going to go down, of course, then we're going to see a correction coming from FET. And the first level you can even see from here, from a horizontal support level is going to be around this area at $2. So again, if I had to guess, I would say that Fetch will do something like this. By saying that, right, where am I gonna buy, where am I gonna sell, guys? You need to have a look every day at the data, right? So that's how we need to interpret the data. Is there any, for example, bearish engulfing candle, like in this case over here, which can tell us the price is gonna go down? Are we gonna see a reversal, let's say, from here to here with a bullish engulfing candle that we're gonna buy? We wanna see an RSI being also oversold to buy first. So there's so many factors we have to take into place at the moment. But of course, my expectation will be that we are going to see a big, for the next few months, which I showed you before about the all the Fibonacci extension. Maybe the next 6 months, we're going to see a big movement to the upside for Fetch, especially because of the Bitcoin halving anticipation, because of the Fed cutting interest rates, and all of that. So guys, to summarize everything again, I believe that Fetch could correct in the next 2 to 3 weeks, especially if Bitcoin is going to form a correction as well because of the high CPI data. So I guess we have to wait until tomorrow to decide which direction are we going to go to. So again, if you're going to see Bitcoin correcting due to the high CPI data, then something you could also consider would be to short this head and shoulder opening position from here. So what I might do myself, I probably going to do this. I'll show you right now. So I might open a short, maybe up to this level, and then once I see that the price keeps going down, I'm going to adjust my stop loss at the price that I pay for, so I won't lose any money, and then I'm going to ride all the way while I placed a short. Alrighty guys, so Fetch.ai, great coin, great potential. My target is going to be up to $10, but if you go even to 20, 30, 40, who knows, how high you could go to. But from a technical point of view, $10, which is a 4x from here, could be my target. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I hope it was helpful to have a very detailed analysis of one of the best AI coins in the cryptocurrency markets. Again, if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, because it's going to really help us a lot to post new content, and I hope you're going to have a great day.